Hello there, this is MD here with you on GebZilla. This video is all about color. We're gonna look at your traditional RGB. We're also gonna look at these Adobe color themes. So we get to explore colors in a few different color options. Alright, let's get started. The first thing is let's go to File. In your exercise files, you can just use this one here. It doesn't matter. Something called HSB. Don't worry. It's really useful. What's useful is maybe we wouldn't naturally pick. Just to help express our lovely logo, let's go to Open. And there's one called Color. Open him up. So you can use your version of the M from the previous exercise. Or we've kind of looked at color a little bit. But let's get into the nitty-gritty. So first up, in your Properties panel, make sure you don't have to, but just so you know, I've turned back my smart guides on, 'cause it's gonna be handy for the rest of this course. Turn the little ticks on, so when working with color, let's say I wanna change this, I'm gonna pick a fill color from black and white. We've got our pre-made swatches. These are the ones that Illustrator gives us by default. Then there's this option, the color mixer, which allows us to kind of pick colors from down in the bottom here, or type inches, say, brand specific colors. Say you know the RGB values for your brand. You can type them in there. You might also have this number. That's another way of describing RGB colors. You might have that somewhere in some sort of corporate spec manual. And you can just type it in. If in here yours is CMYK, it doesn't matter which color field you're using. But if you do want to switch it, it says it on the top there, and I can change it by going to File, or switch it to RGB. Up to you. That I ended up with, I like, but I want to make a darker version for, so I'm going to say, I like you, but I want a slightly darker version of it. You need to slide these RGB sliders down and up equal distances. So it's a little bit hard just to lighten, and so I'll show you a cool little trick. I often switch it to, do you see this? Another one. Don't worry. HSB and this just show you the hue. And it doesn't matter if you're pro or change the saturation, how light it is, the brightness. You can tell I'm at RGB. And down here to document color mode. And go into CMYK. Let's say this random color. So I like it just a bit darker. But making it a little bit darker's quite tough. Darken a color. I don't use RGB. Little palette option here. HSB. CMYK. RGB. RGB is the same thing. It's just a different way to describe the color. This shows you the mixture of red, green, and blue, saturation, and brightness, entry level. I find it's easier just to grab this and just go. Let's change the hue, how kind of full on it is. And then this slider, fully bright, and you can just darken it up. So, yeah, pick a color. I'm gonna pick this color. I want it to be a little darker, and I wanna use it again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to my swatches. Remember, swatches are kind of pre-made colors. I can make my own, though, so I've got that selected. I'm gonna click on this. New swatch. I can give it a name. This one gonna be called my M Pink. And you click OK. So now I can go to you. My friend, you are going to be that cool new swatch called. There he is. M Pink. But I'd like to go to my color mixer, which is currently set to HSB, and I'm gonna just make it a bit darker. Same with you. I'm gonna click on you. You're gonna be that same pink color. What am I clicking on? I'll go with him. He's going to be that pink color. If he's not there, you can go to your swatches. There he is. And I'm going to say, actually, you're even darker again. And this one's the darkest version of them all. Cool. So I guess that's just a helpful tip. Using HSB, it doesn't change there's still red, green, and blue. Just a different way of looking at it. Alright. So that's one color option. The pink color option for the logo. Let's duplicate it. Copy and paste it. I'm gonna have another version and I'll line them up. That's why smart guides are back on. It's clever. See that? Ha! Straight across. Let's look at it. So color. Right? I get stuck doing the same colors all the time. I quite like this pinky, peachy, fiery red pinks, and I use kind of a teal green pretty much everything through my documents. So to kind of bust out of the same, if you go to Windows, some colors use every day. A cool little trick under color themes. So go to this website. You need to be logged into your Creative Cloud account. I'm pretty sure. And you need to have patience. This little thing loads up. And what you want to do is jump straight to explore. Skip create. We want to go exploring. Cool. So in here, I've got the most popular colors that are being used in something called Adobe Color. It's an online web thing where people can upload their colors and vote on them. It's pretty cool. It's pretty color nerdy. What the result is, I can say, I want to see the most popular of all time, or all of this week, or all month. And it's just cool to see nothing other than just cool colors I could use. It's just really handy to bust out of. I don't know, the same colors you use every week. So I kind of like this one here. So the best way to use it is to click on it and say add to my swatches. You can close this down or leave it up. But now I can say, go here, go to my little swatches one, pre-made, and there's that little group there. Cool. So I'm gonna say you are gonna be used there. That's gonna be my darkest color. So I'm gonna go to fill. I'm gonna use that. Use you there. And you are going to be this color. Is that a good colorway? I don't think so. I think I messed that up somehow. That's alright. We can play around with them. That's why we got these options, and we're gonna duplicate him. I'm gonna do another one. So sneaky trick. Ooh. I showed you a sneaky trick. So instead of copying and pasting, I drag with my black arrow. While I'm dragging, hold down the Option key on a Mac, Alt key on a PC, and that will drag out our duplicate. So instead of copying and pasting, just drag it, hold down the Option key, and you get a duplicate. Alright. And so this guy here, I'm gonna do one more set of colors. I'm gonna speed through it. So I've picked a color there. I'm good with them. The cool thing about it is we can just keep duplicating these things and keep carrying on. I don't know why. I think it feels like it could be kind of cool if we move these down. I'm just using my arrow keys. Maybe grabbing this. I'm just using the arrow keys to top it to the right. I'll see you in a sec. Alright. I'm back. And I guess that is the color basics. So we worked out how to use RGB, switching it to HSB, hue, saturation, and brightness. Then we looked at these cool Adobe Color. If you enjoyed this, go check out color.adobe.com. That's kind of the big web interface version of this. Go to explore. And you can, I guess, see. They're quite small in here. You can see them in a nice, bigger web version. And what you've got to do now is take the M that you made earlier. Actually, you made a different letter. Remember, it was an E or a J, something easy to draw. And I want to see your color options. So maybe do 4 or 5 colorways using your colors and a mixture of color themes. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. MD was with you here on GebZilla.